Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager with Pure Pursuit Automotive, again with our beautiful 2014 Maserati Quattroporte. This is an absolutely beautiful car inside and out, and now that you've seen the exterior of the vehicle on the walk around, you're going to get to see the interior of the vehicle. So from the cockpit looking at it, of course the first thing that strikes my eye is that beautiful Maserati Trident badging here in the center of this. Beautiful leather wheel with excellent gripping capabilities, front, top, kind of a larger area that you've got here, and of course it's a beautiful leather. Starting from the left side over here, you've got your window controls, obviously, which you've got your up and down auto, up and down, and of course you can control all the others as well, the passenger and of course both back seats. Locking and unlocking mechanism, locking for the back for some childproofing. Then of course you got your mirror controls here, where you can control the left mirror from this side, up, down, back, forth, and of course, switching that to the right, the same thing on the right to be able to control that mirror for optimal effect. You've got your headlights over here, which I always encourage people to leave it on automatic. That way you don't have to be concerned about turning it on, off, not proper, because it will automatically adjust to the conditions, whether it be light, dark, dusky, or foggy outside. Of course, you've got your controls here on the left side in the center console for your air conditioning, climate controls. And of course, you've got your interior lights here that control the dash lights, and of course the brightness of the inside dash lights, etc. And the wood grain here is absolutely beautiful. This is Radica wood, and it's open pored, which means it hasn't been varnished. It's just got basically the pure wood coat that you've got, and it's absolutely beautiful, accented to go with the vehicle. Looking at the instrument array from the left, you've got your speedometer going up to 190 miles per hour, and again with a little Maserati Trident badging. The center console here in the center gives you kind of an idea of the different vehicle functions. You've got your vehicle settings, which you can control obviously from the steering wheel here to be able to tell yourself that your screen's set up. You're entering information here to be able to set that up. Stored messages for your audio discs, the distance that you've driven, the average miles per gallon, average miles per hour, elapsed time that you've driven. There's just a myriad of information that you can get from this. Gives you current range, miles per gallon, just about everything you'd like. You can set your trip odometer here. It gives you the tire pressures of each single tire that you've got in the vehicle here. So it gives you an idea of what you need to be able to inflate those tires to. Left side gives you your engine temperature. Right side gives you your fuel gauge, which in this case it's all white, which means it's got sectors and quarters that show it's full in this case. If it's only 3, it's 3/4, half, and quarter, so on. So also gives you current mileage there and what gear you're in the center console. So moving to the right, you've got your media center here, which gives you a lot of information, and essentially it's from the radio, the CD player, the seat and temperature controls, climate controls, navigation system, Bluetooth phone, and of course the settings themselves. We'll go ahead and go to climate here, which we're already set up in. This gives you pretty much the control of each and every one of these functions and settings. You can set your temperature that you'd like to be the vehicle at. In this particular case, it's kind of warm out today, so I'm going to put that on low, and of course you can control your fan on this side or this side. This increases fan speed. I'm not going to increase it too much because you can't hear me after that, or taking that down. You can control it whether you want it at face level or body level or floor level and body level, combination of both, or you can certainly have it as the defrost mode as well. So real easy to deal with. You got your seat settings here to where you can set your seat. It's got heated seats, and it's got a ventilated cool seat. It's also got a heated steering wheel, so you can set that in the winter or in colder weather, and it's got a heated seat. And of course the ventilated seat, which is really nice, particularly on really warm summer days, to get in and cool that seat off at the same time. You've also got a rear sunshade in the vehicle, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute, that you can actually utilize to put the rear sunshade up, so that way the people in the back, when they are gets a little bit warm back there, you can put it up. It's in the up position now. I'll press it again, it takes it into the down position. So again, that's just a little bit of extra sun screening off of that, or you can turn the screen off completely and not use it. And of course you've got redundant driver and passenger capacities here for the seats, the ventilation, etc., etc. So really interactive. We'll go ahead and switch over to the radio here, and gives you kind of an idea. You've got, of course, all of your radio functions here. You can choose your stations either manually, and of course certainly you can also use your steering wheel here to go up or down. And of course in the back of the steering wheel is where you're going to select those stations, up, down, or whatever you want. Set your previews up for it. So in this particular case, you've got your audio, you can browse, you can tune, you can also set all of your settings here for the balance, equalizer, speed adjusted volume, clean up on your music, and of course you can also turn the controls off as you need or want them. So you got a CD player also, which has got your discs in here, and of course you got a SIM card you can put in here as well, or a memory storage card that you can place in here, and you can play songs that you've got. It's also got Bluetooth, which can be activated and pull songs from your phone should you so choose. Again, over here, navigation, you've got several different settings that you can go to. You can either use the address that you're starting at, or you can put information in there about points of interest. You decide that you're going to go someplace locally here. Where's an airport? Where's an auto rental? It gives you all that information. In this particular case, if you want to go to Hertz Rental Car, it's going to be at downtown or at KCI. It'll tell you the exact directions on how to get there, and certainly that comes through the car's stereo system. So very, very easy to use. Go back to that. Okay, tells you current traffic. Gives you an idea of traffic alerts. It'll speak traffic alerts. You can either disable it or enable it to be able to be utilized. Sometimes it gets a little bit annoying, but other times it could probably save you a lot of time. So back to the navigation system again. I typically try to leave it on view map so that you can watch the map continuously to kind of have an idea where you're at. So anyway, I think that's enough on that. It's a myriad of information, and there's also a disc that goes with it that can be updated as well. So fantastic. Got your phone set up here for Bluetooth. In this particular case, whenever you connect that up, you can connect it to your phone. It will automatically connect, and then of course you're going to be speaking through the stereo system of your vehicle. So very easy to use. And of course your settings here, you can set everything up on the vehicle that you need to, from the time, the clock, safety and driving assistance, lights, doors and locks, pretty much whatever settings that you want. It gives you the time here currently, as well as you've got a little analog clock at the top, as well as the temperature. So a lot of interactivity going on up here in the center console. Here are the manual controls for the same that you saw digitally there, from the on and off to each of those, to the AC, to programming that, recirculating of the air, and of course the speed of the fan from low to high to middle. And it's the same over here for an automatic system. And of course you can turn that on, off, etc. Or you can utilize the system here to defrost the windshield, front or the back, during inclement weather. So, and of course these controls here on the side give you your up or down, cooler or warmer on your temperature settings. And of course you can turn the entire system off if you so desire. So moving on down here, we've got a beverage holder here with a center console here that's either a cigarette lighter, or if you prefer, you can use it as another AC adapter to plug in your electronic equipment. Center console here, you've got your selector knob for shifting here. You've currently got it in park, and by just a real simple pushing it down, you're going into each of the gears from neutral to reverse, back up to park again, where you hold it just a second. And of course you've got your manual shifting gear here, which we'll go into when we do the test drive on the road. You've also got several different settings here for the vehicle, from the stabilizing it to keep it from anti-skid, to torsioning here to keep the to give your shock absorbers, stiffen them up a little bit, so that way you can get a little bit more performance out of it. You've also got the sport mode, to where you can put the sport mode on or off. It also changes the sound of the exhaust out because of the way that the vehicle is programmed. So, and you can kind of hear that. You may not be able to hear it on this film, but you certainly can when you turn it on or off, the change of that. And then you got ICE, which is increased control and efficiency mode, whether that's on. And what that essentially does is it maximizes your fuel efficiency, leaning back the vehicle when it's able to get maximum miles per gallon in the vehicle. So, and then of course, obviously you've got just a myriad of different settings that you can put the vehicle through. So another center console piece here. You've also got another USB port here and an auxiliary plug in here for audio. Those cords are here, and you can utilize these to power different types of equipment. This piece is a little bit shallow here in the center here, but you're really only storing a couple of pieces of electronic equipment, probably some ID or something like that, and maybe some small change in that center. There's not a lot of space there, but a lot of this center console is taken up with the controls and also the air ducts for the back, so that the people in the back can be very, very comfortable. So going up to the center of the portion of the top here, first of all, I'd like to point out the beautiful black Alcantara leather here, which is kind of a suede material. Not only is it a bit of a sound deadener, but it also reflects sound in a way that gives you a really, really nice feel and sound in the vehicle here when you've got your stereo system on, or when you're just simply having a conversation. You got your sun/moonroof here, which you've got your one touch as your automatic. It will automatically open it up. And of course pops this little piece up here, which keeps that high-pitched whistling noise from coming through the car as you're driving it. And of course you've got the close on here as well, which is an auto close. And should you decide you just want this closed but the center popped open a little bit to allow some air, you can do that as well. That pretty much wraps up the center console of the vehicle. The only other thing I've got to say is the 8-way control seats here, which give you the opportunity to go up, down, back, forward for the setting the ease of the driver. You've also got some active bolstering in the back here that eases up so that you can set your lumbar region of your back or whatever you desire, whether that's up or down. And of course your steering wheel also has a control here so that you can put the steering wheel in whatever position you so desire that's comfortable for you, whether it's all the way back there here or pushed all the way forward. There's a myriad of positions you can put it into. So that's pretty much the interior cockpit of the car. The next portion of this is going to be the actual test drive. So I look forward to having you with me on that.